good early to help you get through those early rounds with a lot of money, but also plays well into the late game where you have a full Joker roster and it's giving you plus 15 molt, which is pretty respectable. And for that reason, I think it clearly belongs in A tier.
With Fargo, your virtual assistant from Wells Fargo, you can access your FICO score in a snap.
I mean, what I would give to be able to make art on this scale.
You will.
Next up is Acrobat, which gives you ×3 molt on the final hand of a round. Multiplicative scaling is something that is absolutely critical for keeping up with the increased blind scaling, so the rounds quickly with one almost sold up in all of the suits. That because you can't necessarily rely on it to hit the suit that you have or need each hand, it's probably a B tier for me, but does have some definite upside in the right deck or in the right build. Arrowhead gives played cards with Spade Suit plus consistency to chip. Astronomer makes all planet and celestial packs in the shop free. And now, while this is great value once you get beyond orange stakes and the packs get really expensive, again, it's really hard to justify a utility Joker like this, even though it is a lot of econ and a lot of money that it's saving you. There's no guarantee that the packs are going to give you something that you need, and plus 4 to be a decent value that your ability to just, but for all those reasons, it falls off in the late game and probably belongs in C tier as a result. Baron is a rare Joker that gives each king held in hand times 1.5 molt. This is something that is great for those giga high score runs that I was talking about earlier. You hold a bunch of kings in hand, ideally steal kings, and that's a little bit less reliable. So it probably drops it down a tier. Still very good for getting repetitive multiplicative molt scaling, but not nearly as strong as it is when you have a massive hand at the lower stakes. Baseball card gives uncommon Jokers each provide 1.5 times molt. Now, depending on your build, this could be great. If you get it early, you know to pick up uncommon Jokers, even if there's some that you're maybe on the fence about in normal circumstances. Or if you already have a lot of uncommon Jokers, you're just ecstatic to pick this up because it gives you so much potential times molt. But it's not an auto-include in every situation, so it probably joins Baron in A tier. Blackboard gives ×3 molt if all cards held in hand are spades or clubs. This is one that I rate really highly, especially when I'm playing those easily attainable hands like pair and high card. It's not difficult to play a hand such that all of my red cards go out and all of my black cards stay in hand. So for that reason, ×3 molt is a lot of molt, and I give this an A tier rating as well. Bloodstone has a 1 in 3 chance for played cards with Heart Suit to give ×2 molt when scored. Now, because of the unreliability in this one, again, I'm going to rate it a little bit lower. You really want consistent point scoring when you're going at higher stakes because you have few hands, few options, and high chip values to attain. So because of the unreliable nature of Bloodstone, I put this in C tier. Obviously, if you're playing get through rounds and get your econ most reliable remaining card in your deck. This is, I've found to be one of the most reliable remaining cards, but that's not always the case. Blue Joker gives +2 chips for each remaining card in your deck. This is, I've found to be one of the most reliable early game chip generators, just to help you get through rounds and get your econ rolling over from the extra hands that you have available. Eventually, you do want to move out of it because it starts to fall off, but because of its ability to get through the early game, I put this one in B tier. Blueprint copies the ability of the Joker to the right. This is an immediate S tier for me. Essentially, this just copies your best Joker and gives you 2 copies of your best Joker. Having 2 copies of your best Joker is going to put you in a very, very strong situation. This is an auto-include. If you have the money to buy it, it's there. You probably just buy it, no questions asked. Bootstraps gives you +2 molt for every $5 you have. Unfortunately, in higher stake runs, you need to be spending money or you're not going to be able to keep up with if you're playing the Anagram case and your businesses. Looks and sounds very similar to Blueprint because it is. It's just a skirt. Now this looks insane. Brainstorm copies the ability of the leftmost Joker. Now this looks and sounds very similar to Blueprint because it is. It's just a second copy of your best Joker. It's probably a little bit worse in some instances, because oftentimes your best Joker is a multiplicative scaling Joker that needs to go on the right side of your Joker list, and there's a little bit of tension there with Brainstorm wanting it on the left side, but you're still very happy to grab this.
Hey guys,
if nothing else, this
I
just gives you a
finished,
second copy of your best
iOS testing
black
and
point
wanna
scoring
confirm a
Joker,
couple of
which you're
things.
definitely just happy to have. Bull gives you +2 chips for each
So the
dollar
first
you
thing
have.
is
Now, like
when
Bootstraps,
I
this is going to be
tap
rated a
the
little bit
button in
lower for me.
Endvar,
Later than I thought.
when I come to your video list, there was a like live video which was processing, but there was no highlight show up. So I wait. About like 30, 40 seconds later, I refresh my page and they show up.
Yep, that's expected for trusted testers.
Okay, so they need to wait and they need to refresh it, or is it just automatically show up?
They need to refresh it.
Yeah, so if they're on your video page, you need to refresh and see the video.
Yeah. And the thumbnail is not supposed to show up either.
The
So
thumbnail should be
the one at the
there.
top, the processing row at the top is the live video, not the
I know,
highlight.
I know. But the
But
second,
it takes some time for the shorts to have the thumbnail.
I see. So
Yeah,
that's
so I bet if you refresh it again, we'll probably have it now. But if
now
not-
it has. Yeah, now it has.